All right, that's West 47th Street, Manhattan, Midtown High School, Assistant Principal, Mr. Jarvis. Yeah, it is regarding a 10th grade girl, Laura Kirk. Yes, and if you would tell Mr. Jarvis that I will be there shortly. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Well, perfect timing.
New York City?
Yep. You know what? You are my most reliable volunteer. I'm only going to be gone a couple of hours, so it's all yours.
You mind if I ask why? I mean, what is it that you hope to gain by following this girl all the way to New York?
Information, of course. I already explained that to you.
I understand. I do. You are concerned about every homeless person that walks through these doors, Brooke. But this one.
This one is different. I need to know what happened to her, and I want to make sure that she's okay.
Why can't you let it go?
Why should I let it go? I mean, what is wrong with being concerned about a runaway homeless girl who is out there who has nobody to turn to?
There is nothing wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong unless Adam is right. You're starting to obsess about a girl named Laura, and that's not good for you.
Don't be dead, Janet. Please, don't be dead. Come on. Oh, thank God. You nearly scared me to death, you know that?
Is it you? It's you. My little girl, the most wonderful little girl in the whole world.
I ain't your little girl.
Amanda, sweetheart.
Wake up, Janet. It's Laura. Not Amanda, Laura. Remember?
It's you.
Yeah. Look what I brought.
What are you doing here? Why did you come back, Laura?
Hello?
Who's this? Dr. Loftus, what are you doing there? Where's my mom? Is she sick? Well, how long has she been sleeping? Are you sure it's not more serious than that? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll call back later. Thank you, Dr. Loftus.
Kendall?
I just spoke to my mother's doctor. Apparently she forgot to take her blood medication and, got dizzy and fell.
Is she all right?
Well, thankfully she's not hurt. She's, sleeping right now. And, Dr. Loftus just said to call back later.
I didn't know your mother was sick.
Neither did Kendall. Dr. Loftus told us after Mr. Hart's funeral.
Tell what if she dies?
Hey, Dr. Loftus is taking care of her.
No. What if she dies? Then I'll have no one. My dad's gone, my mom's sick. This time she fell, but next time it could be a heart attack or a stroke.
It's okay, honey. I'm here, okay?
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. We totally understand.
Look, if you want to go back to Florida, I'll call the airlines and pay for the tickets.
You would? I know you would. But I can't. Not when my mother needs me. She's all alone, Dell, and she's sick. I'm sorry. But I can't marry you.
Well, sure, I should have called first, but I thought you might sling me some sort of excuse.
Oh, no, I'm glad you stopped by.
How are you?
Well, let's see, still alive?
That's a good sign.
You want some tea?
Sure. You sure look pretty today, Opal.
Oh.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm holding my own, thanks to a little help from my friends.
Well, I'd like to be more than a friend, but I'm a patient man. You and Pete haven't been separated that long. There's still a chance you might patch things up.
Yeah, that's a snowball's chance in hell. No, this divorce is a done deal.
What if he fights it?
Paul Cortland can fight all he wants. He's not getting anything from me. Our marriage is over.
Ah, that's perfect.
I knew you'd approve of it, Mr. Cortland.
Well, 1989 was a very fine year. So we have good wine, we have good food, and of course, excellent company. What more could a lady ask for? Except, of course, perfect service.
I'll see to it, sir.
Everything must be very smooth.
Okay. I'll escort Mrs. Cortland to the table the minute she arrives. This is the lady?
You bet.
Oh, this is no lady. This is his ex-wife.
Oh, good to see you. Oh, good. I'd know you anywhere. Let's see without the shades.
Okay.
Oh, just the same. You're so beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Going to New York to get some information on a homeless runaway girl who was assaulted in the shelter is not what I would call an obsession.
What would you call it?
Well, I don't know. I guess I would call it a moral obligation. You know, I would like to make sure that this girl is safe, that she's okay, that she's off the streets.
And you think she went back to her school?
I think it's a start, all right? I could find out about any friends, any teachers, anybody that she's had contact with.
Brooke, you can do that through the telephone.
I think in person is better. Look, this is the list of the inventory, okay? There you go.
Look, just because this girl blames you for the assault does not mean that you are personally responsible for Laura Kirk.
It is not what this is about. I am following through on something that matters. Kids matter, all kids.
Yes, I agree with you. You're absolutely right. But why this particular one?
I can't explain it. Haven't you ever had somebody come into your life, even briefly, and touch you in a particular way so that maybe even for a short time you couldn't stop thinking about them?
Yes. Yes, I have. There was a young girl that used to come to my church. I think it was a few years after Laura was killed. I never knew her name. She was probably 10 or 11 years old. She had ash blonde hair and gray eyes, and she sang in the choir like an angel. And every Sunday, I looked forward to this little girl coming to my church. And she reminded me so much of Laura that it hurt.
I am not trying to substitute this runaway girl for our daughter.
If this Laura has nothing to do with our Laura, then why can you not stop thinking about her, and why do you have to find her? Why can't you leave it alone?
See? Look what I brought. Food, medicine, stuff to make you feel better.
You should have just left me here to die.
Thermometer, canned juice. Went on a real shopping spree. Oh, yeah. The money. I took it. I spent some, but I brought most back. See?
How much?
I only blew a few hundred.
Can't believe it's still here.
Told you.
But why? Why would you do that? You could have just kept it and gone anywhere and lived on Easy Street.
Well, I guess I could have. I mean, I thought about it. But... Here. Have some aspirin.
Why did you come back, Laura?
Where'd you get the money?
I asked you first.
Well, why don't you just tell me where the money came from? I mean, is it counterfeit?
No. And I didn't steal it, if that's what you're thinking.
Well, if the money is really yours, and it's not stolen, then how come it's not in a bank somewhere? How come you're camping out here? Who are you hiding from?
I already told you. I'm not hiding from anybody. I'm an Indian scout, and I'm preparing for the jamboree.
Yeah, and I'm Princess Di in disguise.
I don't care if you believe me.
I don't. So can the crud. Look, I want the real reason you're out here. And this time, lady, make it the truth.
All My Children, brought to you by...
Well, so, what trouble have you gotten into this time that you want me to help you get out of?
Shush, the whole town doesn't need to know why you're here.
I don't know why I'm here,
Smile.
but I can guess.
Just smile and pretend that you're having a good time.
Are we having fun yet? It's Opal, isn't it? She found out about that sordid affair of yours with Hatchet Woman.
It was a sordid one-night stand with a woman I thought was somebody else.
Oh, well, that excuses it, doesn't it? How ticked is Opal?
She threw me out, bag and baggage.
That's pretty ticked, all right. What did I tell you? Last January at Joe and Ruth's, I said to you, confess then, beg her forgiveness, go down on your knees to her. But no, you wouldn't take my advice then, would you?
There was no need to. Fate walked in and did me a favor. Janet Green was struck down by lightning just a month ago, and the secret went down with her to a watery grave.
Wait. Janet Green was struck by lightning?
Right. All of my prayers were answered, except, unfortunately, Opal found a charm, a little kind of heart-shaped charm that must have fallen off Janet's bracelet.
You never learn, do you? You are now, you always were, your own worst enemy.
I was set up. I really was, and I was drunk, and I was seduced by a psychotic who only had blackmail on her mind.
If you'd kept your pants on, you wouldn't be squealing now.
You sound like Opal. And that is not why I flew you first class from the French Riviera.
Mano?
You flew me first class just so you could use me to make Opal jealous.
I want you to show her that she still loves me.
Has it occurred to you that we've played this game before?
Well, we can do it again. I mean, she's always been jealous of you.
Well, what woman wouldn't be? PC, this game only works if the woman involved has a feeling of a certain je ne sais quoi about the man.
Well, that's exactly how she feels about me. She loves me. She always has, she always will. She just, has to come to realize that she can forgive me.
So many men, so few brains.
And all you have to do is show her the way.
I've shown her, PC. I've shown her twice.
Do it again.
Haven't you ever heard the expression, 3 strikes and you're out?
So what are your plans, Opal?
What, for this morning or the rest of my life?
Both.
Oh, the sky's the limit. For starters, I think I'm going to branch out from the shack, start my own chicken franchise. I mean, the certified recipe's mine, so if I can get sole legal rights, then...
You drive Palmer out of business?
Well, cook a better chicken, the world beats a path to your door.
You take the old coot to the cleaners?
Oh, no, I just want what is rightfully mine. Half of every dollar we've earned, the house, full custody of our son, hefty child support, anything else I can think of.
I do like a woman that knows what she wants.
Yeah, well, I know what I want, all right. And I know what I don't want, too, namely a husband that lies and cheats. Look, no offense, but men just think they can walk all over a woman and then get away with it. Well, not with this chicken.
Well, hallelujah.
Yeah, I will never, ever make that mistake again.
I hate to see you hurt, Opal.
Oh, heck, today is what? The first day of the rest of my life. I'm not going to sit around here and feel sorry for myself. Heck. I mean, it's a big, happy world out there, and I intend to be part of it.
Well, just one question. With all that you're going to accomplish, all the heights that you're going to climb, do you think you have any room in your life for me, Opal?
You asked Kendall to marry you?
You
waited so patiently.
You're not saying no.
I'm sorry.
I told you, take all the time that you need.
I know, and you've been so wonderful.
I love you.
The bravest man that I've ever known.
Did you know about this?
I knew nothing about this.
What do you want to do about your mother?
I want to go home to Florida and take care of her. Like she and Bill did for me when I was growing up. Which I never appreciated until recently. You know, no matter how bad things were, they always loved me. And I know they kept secrets from me, but that never stopped their love. Now my dad's gone and my mom needs help, and I'm all that's left.
You mean move back to Florida?
I have to. I want to. I'll miss you, Del. I will miss you more than anything. But in my heart, I know what I'm doing is right.
Your mother raised a good daughter. I'm proud of you.
I know you would understand. Well, you know, I better start packing because, I'm gonna move. I have a lot to do.
Kendall. Wait. Off to Florida and just face everything by yourself? We're a team, honey. I'm going with you.
Del, you can't. You have been away from work too long.
Look, work isn't the most important thing in my life.
No, not even just take a few days to help
A
me
few
move.
days? If you go to Florida, I go with you. Unless you don't want me.
What about your job?
Tad knows that writing PR for Orsini isn't my life calling. I can finish up my last project anywhere.
What about your sister?
My sister? My sister only wants one thing for me. It's happiness. Right, Dix? You know, I have more to be grateful for than anyone that I know.
Is that okay with you?
You're asking me? Sure. Are you sure you've thought this through?
Is this what you really want?
Yes.
Then I want it for you, too.
Will you have me?
Yes! I love you. I love your brother very much. And for a very long time, I never thought that I was capable of love. But your brother proved me very wrong. I was wrong. I love you, and I need you more than anything. I love you.
Okay, maybe there is something in me that's responding to this girl because her name is Laura, because she reminds me of our Laura.
Who would have been about the same age had she lived.
Yes. You know, but there are women here at the shelter who remind me of my mother. You know, and I have gone out of my way to find out what's happened to them and to see if I can help them. So what does that mean, Tom, that now I'm obsessing about my mother?
I don't know. What I do know is that nurturing comes naturally to you. You're a very warm, caring, and loving person.
Oh, so it's my maternal instincts that are kicking in now, right?
Maybe.
Well, wrong. I mean, what about Jamie, Dr. Freud? I have a child, all right? I have a child, so my maternal instincts are right on track. Thank you very much.
Look, I'm not accusing you
There are
of...
no holes here. There are no spaces that need to be filled. I'm merely following up on this young woman because she's touched me in a way that I cannot dismiss. I mean, isn't that what you and I and anybody else who volunteers here tries to get across, that the homeless are not some faceless, anonymous group of people? They are individuals. They are people that we help one at a time. And that is the only thing that I am trying to do.
Okay. I believe you.
Thanks. So now do I have permission to go to New York City?
As if you ever needed my permission to do anything at all.
All right, listen, thank you. I think everything that you need is there, and I'll see you later.
All right.
Okay, start talking. Who are you? Where did this money come from? And what are you up to?
It's a long, long story.
Well, I got all day.
Look, the aspirin helped. I'm tired.
Why don't you just start with where the money came from?
I told you, it's mine. It was given to me.
By who?
By somebody who had more money than they knew what to do with.
Why?
Look, I'm going to take a rest.
No, not until you tell me.
By somebody who wanted me to leave town.
You lie. Some rich guy paid you to leave Pine Valley.
That's right.
Over 100 grand to get rid of you?
Yes. Now can I get some rest,
No,
please?
I want the real reason, and I want it now.
Because I made people mad. Real mad. And they didn't want to put up with me anymore, so I left.
What did you do?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter.
No, it doesn't matter to me. It's over.
What was it? Murder, robbery, drugs, embezzlement?
No,
What? Then
no.
what? Nobody's doing nothing until you tell me what you did.
Who's that? There's somebody out there.
At noon.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Nowhere. I'm just gonna look around a little.
Please don't leave me. I don't want to be alone. Laura? Are you out there? Laura, are you okay? I'm a goner.
Quiet. God, makes so much racket I can't even hear myself think.
What? What is that?
It must have just broken off by itself and crashed the ground.
Well, did you see any footprints?
No, I looked everywhere. There was no sign of anyone.
Okay. I just felt like somebody was watching us.
Well, you felt wrong, so just chill, relax.
Maybe I'm a little jittery.
Well, you know, I used to be like that when I was younger. I mean, I just lay awake at night listening, and every noise would make me jump. Finally, I had to start putting the pillow over my head.
Oh, that's terrible.
Baby, I was. Every noise in the night would wake me up.
Well, where was your mother?
She was right there next to me. Where else would she be?
Good. I just hate to think of a little girl laying alone at night wanting her mother.
Yeah, well, I got over it.
You sure?
People grow up.
I know, but that nightmare you had, you woke up calling your mother's name. Honey, is that why you ran away? You had a big blow-up with your mom?
Listen, thank you for agreeing to see me, Mr. Jarvis.
It's an honor to meet the editor of Tempo. You said you wanted some information on a student here at Midtown, Laura Kirk?
Yes, that's right.
You know her?
Well, I met her briefly in Pine Valley. She left behind her student subway pass.
In your homeless shelter?
Well, she was only there overnight. Unfortunately, she was assaulted by one of our residents, I'm sorry to say. Luckily, her injuries were not as serious as they might have been, but she disappeared before I was able to set up any long-term assistance. And, well, I was hoping that the school might be able to offer me some contacts, family, friends, teachers, you know, anybody that she may have be in touch with.
Laura had few, if any, friends. She kept to herself, and her attendance record was sporadic, to say the least.
Well, What about a homeroom teacher or a guidance counselor or something?
She trusted nobody. If she had, she might have confided in one of us instead of running away.
Mr. Jarvis, why did she run away?
How much did she tell you about herself?
Well, very little.
Well, as far as we can piece together, Laura went to the library one afternoon. When she returned home, the hotel where she and her mother were staying was in flames. Laura's mother died in the fire. No one's seen or heard from her since.
And it took getting to know you, both of you, and Junior and Jamie, to figure out what I've been looking for all this time. A home full of love, family, and a woman to share it with.
Promise you guys I won't let him down.
I hope you get everything you want.
I'm well on my way.
If you'll excuse me, I've got some important phone calls to return.
Yeah. I better start packing.
Make him happy.
Promise I'll try.
Thanks. She'll want to leave first thing in the morning. This is better that way, though. I hate long goodbyes.
I hate goodbyes, period.
Well, I won't be far. I mean, Florida's pretty close when it's freezing up here and hot down there. I can teach Junior to surf.
He'll miss you.
We'll visit often. We'll stay in touch.
Del, are you sure?
Yes. Kendall and I were meant for each other. Just like you and Tad.
I just want you to be happy.
That's all I want for you.
I'm happy.
So am I.
Then why are we crying?
Because we love each other.
We're family.
And we always will be. No matter what.
My trail on Frankie Malone took me to Morocco, and all I wanted was something.
Thursday on ABC.
Well, let me just put it this way. When all the dust is settled and this divorce is final, may I court you the way a woman as fine as you deserves to be courted. Opal, remember that kiss?
I remember. But, you know, Palmer and me, we were a team, you know. We built a life together. We had a child, a house, a business, and everything was so solid. And then out of the blue, he goes and cheats on me, breaks our sacred vows, and takes our love, whacks it in two. Well, did you ever fall off a horse and get the wind knocked out of you?
Sure, lots of times.
Well, that's kind of how I feel, and so, I mean, I can't even think about, you know, giving my heart away again until well, at least till I catch my breath. I mean, I'm not about to jump from the frying pan into the fire.
You won't, because I'm not going to let you. We just go real slow, one day at a time.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the way I have to live.
You're doing just fine. Now, did you have a big breakfast this morning?
No, I wasn't hungry.
Well, see, there's something we can fix right now. Where's little Petey?
Well, they went to the park with Beatrice.
Well, the little rascal probably wouldn't appreciate a champagne brunch at the Valley Inn.
What is champagne brunch?
Now, come on, get your stuff.
No, I can't do
Eggs Benedict, French toast.
Well, I'm hardly even dressed for the Valley. Well, I guess I am.
You look terrific. You are the prettiest lady in Pine Valley. Now, what do you say? Let's get this show on the road, huh?
Come on, partner, let's go.
When Opal has enough time just to calm down, when she can think rationally, she will realize that it's insane to give up a perfectly good marriage because of one small, badly regretted indiscretion.
If you really believe that, then why am I here?
Because she hasn't settled down yet, thanks to a certain snake oil salesman who keeps stirring things up.
The plot thickens.
He hangs around drooling, brings her presents, sends her flowers. I regret to say that Opal is not immune to that kind of slippery charm.
And, who is this lounge lizard?
He's my worst enemy. He's the man who walked out on my dearest sister, Bessie.
No.
Seabone uncle.
Seabone. Dixie's father.
Yeah, well, he's been wagging his tail around her, and he's doing this because he's using her to get back at me.
Using her?
Yes, to get back at me. Settled an old score.
And you're just sure that that's all that it is?
I'm positive.
Oh, of course you are, because you are an arrogant, self-centered, stupid man. Honestly, Opal is not some ham hock to be snarled over by you and this Seabone, whatever his name is. She is a very attractive, unique in her own special way woman. And I'm telling you, PC, if this Seabone is just half as nice as his daughter Dixie, you got yourself a rival.
Laura's mother died in a fire?
Smoke inhalation. Quick and merciful, they said. No one's seen the child since.
Well, there must have been some sort of follow-up, wasn't there?
Certainly. The bureaucracy excels at creating paper trails, but the problem is, except for her mother, Laura Kirk had no family. According to the official records, Mrs. Kirk had no next of kin, and Laura's father was listed as unknown.
I see.
And social services arranged for temporary housing at several SRO hotels. That's single-room occupancy around the city, ending at the Princess 8 months ago until the fire when Laura disappeared. Excuse me. Hello?
What I need, you never even heard of.
Please, just tell me what you need.
I have been running my mouth stiff butts like you since I've been in diapers, and I am through.
Just tell me what you need because I want to help make it better, please.
Drop dead, you fake.
I'm sorry about that. Other than the printouts of Laura's sorry attendance record, I have no other information. However, if she returns in the fall, or if social services finds her and gets in touch, I'll be glad to let you know.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Jarvis. This is my card. Did Laura have a locker?
Yes. In fact, it's due to be cleaned and assigned to a summer school student.
This may seem like an odd request, Mr. Jarvis, but could I take a look?
What makes you think I ran away?
How old are you?
18. Almost 19.
You're not a day over 16.
I'm 18.
You're too young to be on your own.
Well, that's the difference between Pine Valley and New York. Kids grow up fast in the city.
Well, no matter how fast you grow up, bad things can happen to kids when they're out in the world on their own.
Well, bad things happen anyway, so what? What's the big deal?
There's no big deal. You're right, I agree with you. But I can't imagine what would have happened if we hadn't stumbled on each other. I was just wondering if you were missing your mother.
I don't want to talk about her, okay?
Okay, we don't have to talk about it. It's just that if you had a big fight with your mother and that's why you ran away, I just wanted you to know that I can relate. I've been there. I know how you feel. Did you have a sister?
No.
I did. My mother loved her. and hated my guts. You used to tell me how ugly I was, how nobody would ever love me.
Nice mom.
You got that right. I couldn't wait to ditch my mother, my house. I got out as soon as I could. But I can't help thinking back how different my life might have been if my mother had just paid a little attention to me, if she'd just shown me some kindness, if that witch hadn't been so cold-blooded towards me that maybe I might not have...
Might not have what?
I might not have ended up alone.
That's not what you were gonna say.
Look, all this talk is giving me a headache.
Look, you must have pulled something really bad in Pine Valley. I mean, some rich guy paid big bucks to get rid of you. Who? Why? Hello? Don't pretend you don't hear me.
I've got an idea. You don't want to talk about your mom, right? Well, I'll shut up about your mom if you shut up about the money. Okay? I promise I didn't do anything bad. So, we got a deal?
Same deal as before?
Same deal. Let's shake.
You know, probably shouldn't be doing this.
I appreciate your bending the rules, Mr. Jarvis.
Well, if it helps locate Laura, what's the harm?
Thank you. Listen, I'll let you know if I find anything.
Good luck, Miss English.
Green valleys with rustling pines and crystal clean air. A place to be happy. A place to belong.
Maybe now that the aspirin's working, you can get some sleep.
My symptoms are worse.
You'll be better soon. Just be quiet and rest.
It is peaceful here.
Yeah. I'm a little sleepy myself.
Why don't you take a nap?
Yeah, I guess I did have a pretty long night.
Laura? Thanks for coming back.
You're welcome. I'll get some sleep.
Seabone, a rival for Opal? Only in his mind.
Why? You said yourself, she's not adverse to his charms.
As a pal, you know, a chum. As a lover.
Oh? Why not?
Have you seen him? No, of course you haven't seen him. He's a rube. He's a hick. He struts around in blue jeans, flannel shirts, drives a truck. a toothpick is hanging out of his mouth most of the time.
What? What are you staring at? Seabone Hunku? That's the drooling oaf with the toothpick hanging out of his mouth? I don't think so.
How'd it go with Dixie?
Good, good. How about you? Ted's still on the phone.
Well, that's okay. I'll just call the airlines before I call my mom. You must have a lot of people to say goodbye to.
Yeah, I do. I better get started there, sweetheart.
Okay.
You're gonna be all right.
I will. I love you.
I love you, too. Mwah. You say hello to Mom for me, okay?
I promise.
All right, sweetie.
Okay. I'll see you later.
You got it.
Dear Erica.